Hello, my friends, and today I'm going to share with you 10 tips for your IELTS speaking test that will help guarantee your success on test day. Let's jump straight into it. Hello everybody, my name is Keith, and just in case you don't know me, I run a website called IELTS Speaking Success, giving you resources, ideas and model answers to help you improve your English, give better answers and get a higher score on the IELTS speaking test. Also, I run Facebook and YouTube live lessons, free lessons for everybody, every Tuesday and Thursday at 10 a.m. Spanish time. Go and check it out in the links below. Now, come closer. Now listen. Imagine that you've prepared for your IELTS speaking test for months, right? You've been preparing, you've had lessons, you've watched videos, you've done a mock test, you've got a speaking partner, and you're ready to go. And then it's test day. You get a bit nervous. You check your Facebook and you think, everybody's better than me. And then you start getting a bit anxious and you start to lose your confidence. You go into the test room. The examiner doesn't smile. You start making mistakes. And then the examiner keeps interrupting you and it all goes belly up. Well, listen, don't let that happen to you. Get a pen and paper, listen carefully, make notes, and follow these tips to make sure your test day is a success and that you get the score you deserve. Let's get into it. So my first tip is go to bed early the night before the test. Test day is a big day. Even if it's just the speaking test, you need to be on form, right? Energetic and alert and awake. So you need to sleep well. There is no point in cramming and studying the night before until the early hours. It's not going to help. It's not going to change your English speaking at this late stage. So don't study. Maybe watch a film in English. Listen to a podcast in English. But relax, go to bed early, so the next day you're full of beans, ready for your IELTS speaking test. Number 2, breathe and focus. One of the biggest problems all candidates have is nerves. Getting nervous makes them anxious, make mistakes, and very quickly you can lose all of your confidence. So the thing to do in the morning, right? You've got up early, you've had a big breakfast, you get to the venue on time. Find a place, a quiet place, just for 2 minutes and breathe. You can call this meditation, mindfulness, following the breath. It's just taking time to breathe and notice your breathing. So you breathe in and out. Do this with me just now. I'll show you. Breathe in and out. Don't try to breathe. Just let your body breathe, but you can notice the breath. Maybe you can feel it on your nostrils, down in your abdomen, and when it comes out, maybe on your lips or on your nostrils. And just follow that breath. It is an amazing way to get focused. Try it with me, just for 2 breaths. It's an amazing way to get into that moment and to get really focused. It's not easy to do. You can't just do it like that. It's a bit like the gym or speaking English. You do need to train and practice. So maybe for the week before the test, every morning, just find a quiet place and sit for 2 minutes and follow the breath. Do it first thing when you get up, when the house is quiet. If you've got lots of children and people around the house, do it in the toilet. Go in the toilet, and when you've finished your business or brushing your teeth, just follow the breath. If anybody knocks on the door, don't say, I'm meditating. Doesn't work. Oh, you could do that later. Say, I'm on the toilet. Because everybody understands you're on the toilet. Oh, right. Okay. Let him be. That's okay. And then have that 2 minutes every day. Follow the breath. Just let it be. Tip number 3, smile before you enter the room, the exam room. Okay? Because when you smile, your body changes, your physiology changes, and your psychology changes. You start to feel better, and you will project a bit of energy, which hopefully will make the examiner feel better. So smile just a few seconds before you go into the room and get ready. And this will help you relax and help the examiner relax. Tip number 4, make your first answers in the introduction short. The introduction, I mean the questions about either your home, hometown, or family, not family, about your home, hometown, work or study. You'll just get 1 or 2 questions there. It really is a warm-up. So keep your answers short, because if you make them longer, you've got a good chance of making mistakes and hesitating, and it's a bad first impression. So keep it really short and make it a better impression. For example, right, what do you do? Well, I'm a teacher. I've been teaching for about 10 years. Boom, stop. It's enough, right? Do you like your job? Yeah, I do actually. I really enjoy it. Particularly making videos and teaching students and watching them progress. Boom, stop. Keep it short, warm up. That's it. Tip number 5, take your time when you answer. In part 1, but particularly part 3, don't rush into your answer. What a lot of people do is they get a bit nervous, they hear the question and they start speaking before they've got their first idea. It's fine to stop for a second or 2, just be silent, and then give your answer. For example, do you cook? Yes, I do cook. I've been cooking since I was a kid. I really enjoy it, actually. My favourite dish is paella. So I took a few seconds to stop and think, get my first idea at least, and then I can make up the rest as I go. But be careful that you don't do this. Do you cook? Yeah, I do. Yes. Oh no, I don't cook. Well, I like to cook. What am I saying? I hate cooking. I can cook eggs, fried. What do I say now? Boiled egg. Oh, what a mess. Tip number 6. Don't worry if the examiner interrupts you or cuts in. They often do this because they have a certain number of questions they have to ask you, and they want to test you. Each question will be testing something different. So they want to see also the range of vocabulary on different topics. So they're always cutting and changing question to see if you can show that range of vocabulary and language, and to see if you can react quickly to a different question. It's perfectly normal, don't worry. It's not necessarily a bad thing. Actually, it can be a very good thing sometimes, because maybe the examiner has heard enough and they want to move to the next topic. So they cut in, go to the next question. It will happen. Just relax, breathe, and move on to the next question. Tip number 7, remember, in part 1 and actually part 2, it's all about you, your personal experience. So try not to talk in wide, vague, general terms, right? If somebody asks, do you get up early in the morning? Don't say, yes, getting up early in the morning is very good for you. I think it's a great habit that everybody should adopt. That's not about you. That's very, very general. Change it to I. Yes, I get up very early in the morning. I think it's a great habit and I'm really happy it's one that I've adapted. Or not adapted, adopted. Can you see the difference? I, me, not vagaries. Number 8. In part 3, develop your answers. That's key. The simple way to do it, give an opinion, give a reason, and give an example. And make it really specific examples. Why? Because it gives and brings out much richer vocabulary. And that's what you want to show off to the examiner, right? So don't wait for them to say, why? For example, give that information. Tell them your opinion, why, and give some examples. And that can be done very simply with, I would say, blah, blah, blah. Because, blah, blah, blah. For example, blah, blah, blah. Imagine this question. What are the advantages of living in a big city? Well, I would say one of the biggest advantages is there are more job opportunities. And I think that's because a lot of the big companies tend to put their headquarters in the big cities. For example, HSBC, an international bank, it has its main headquarters in London and other branches in other cities. In fact, I think in London they have a branch down on near Trafalgar Square. It takes up about 3 floors of this high-rise building and they must have over 200 employees there. So, with a specific example, new language comes out, branch employees, 3-story high-rise building. Suddenly, it's a different, wider set of vocabulary, and that's what you want to show off. So remember, develop your part 3 answers. Number 9, be as natural as possible. Imagine, if you can, that the examiner is a new friend you've just met and you're chatting over a coffee. They want to find out some things about you. You want to tell them some things about yourself. And so just speak as naturally as you can with the kind of language you would use when speaking naturally. Yes, your focus is on your language, vocabulary, and grammar, but you want to do it in a very natural way, not an artificial way. One of the biggest problems many students have is when it comes into an exam, they go into exam mode. It's becoming a bit of a robot, right? So what do? Oh, I am a teacher. I have been teaching for 10 years now. I really enjoy it. It is a really good job. And you become a little bit robotic. Now, if you were speaking to a friend, well, so what do? I'm a teacher, actually. Yeah, I've been teaching for around 10 years. It's a pretty good job. Yeah, I kind of enjoy it. So you want to be getting that feeling of naturalness when you speak. Yes, remember, some nice vocabulary, but be natural. Sounds like an advert for perfume or an advert for soap. Let's go on to the next tip. The last tip, last but not least, is a bit strange. And I know you're going to think I'm nuts, right? And I'm crazy. But tip number 10 is enjoy the test. Are you crazy? Enjoy the test? It's the most nerve-wracking, horrible experience ever. Well, exactly. And that's the problem. Because you think it is. It probably will be. But if you think you're going to enjoy the test, remember that little smile before you walk in the room? All of that, enjoying your experience there whilst still being alert and awake and producing your best language. Enjoy the test. It will change your behavior. It will change what's going on up here. Something's going on up here for the better. If you can, try and enjoy the test, and it really, really does work. Believe me. Have a go and see. So guys, I hope these 10 tips will help you prepare better and give your best performance on the test day. If you want to keep learning with me, of course, follow YouTube. Come and join me. YouTube Live, Facebook Live, Tuesday, Thursday, 10 a.m. We have a whale of a time. It's brilliant. Come along. I look forward to seeing you there. In the meantime, take care. Stay safe. Bye-bye.